everybody, welcome to another edition of Toddster's Magical Mystery Review. I'm your host Toddster, and today we're going to take a look at George Harrison by George Harrison. Came out 20th of February 1979 on Dark Horse / Warner Brothers. And so around this time George was having a very happy life around this time. He got married again to Olivia, and he also gave birth to his only son Danny. So when it came to making another album, he decided to bring in Russ Titelman, something like that, to co-produce the album in his Fire Park studio. And it's a very, this album is it's a pretty good album, wonderful album. So let's get into the songs. So we start off with Love Comes to Everyone. Now this is a wonderful, optimistic song with Eric Clapton actually playing the little opening licks to the song, and also features Steve Winwood on the keyboards, the Mini Moog and all that stuff. Very uplifting number, and even though Clapton years later covered this tune. And then we move on to Not Guilty. Yes, this is a song that George wrote back in the way back in the White Album sessions, and was recorded during it, but was it never got issued. So had to wait till we hear it on the anthology. But he wrote this about his relationship with John and Paul after the fallout with the Maharishi. And this version is a bit more jazzy feel. I do prefer the original version. But then we go on to Here Comes the Moon. Yes, inspired by the surroundings of Maui in Hawaii, and some experience with some magic mushrooms. Of course, one cannot help but think of, here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, here comes the moon, and its similarities, or something like that. It's a pretty good and beautiful song. Then we go on to Soft-Hearted Hannah. Yes, George wrote this for a staff producer in Warner Brothers who really loved Deep Blue, the B-side for Bangladesh some years ago. This was written as like a 1920s ragtime type song. Another song inspired by some magic mushrooms, and sort of has this sort of Python-esque feel throughout the song. And then we move on to the big single, Blow Away. Yes, it was written during a rainy day, which resulted a leaking roof of his Fire Park home. But he sort of took this bit of frustration into a more positive mood, which he wrote into this song. It's a beautiful song and an awesome video as well, which is directed by Neil Innes. So that's the first side. So we flip the record and we go into Faster. Yes, George was a big, huge Formula One racing fan, and became good pals with Jackie Stewart, and he wrote this after being constantly asked about when you're gonna write a song about motor racing and all that. Yeah, it's a good song, and it also had a video as well, which had Jackie Stewart as George's chauffeur. And then we go on to Dark Street Lady. Yes, largely inspired by Olivia. You know, has that sort of Mexican samba feel throughout the song. Yeah, it's another nice song. And then we go on to Your Love Is Forever. Yeah, this was built around a little guitar passage that George was playing around the studio. Yeah, and it's another beautiful ballad, and perhaps you know, my favorite song of this album. Then we go on to Soft Touch. Yeah, this actually was written around the time of 33 and the Third, and yeah, not much going on with this song to my ear, so probably its weakest track. So we move on to the final song, If You Believe. Yes, this actually was co-written with Gary Wright, and it sort of has that Spectre feel, you know, and yeah, a bit spiritual in the lyrics as well. Yeah, nice ending to the song, to the end, to the album. Yeah, so and then we go on, and then let's go on to the bonus songs here, and it's a couple demo versions here. Here Comes the Moon, you know, just George with his guitar on this demo version, and yet there's a demo version of Blow Away, which is sort of like an overdub demo that George made, which sort of has elements of the finished project. So yeah, so what to say about this album? Well, it's a very, very uplifting album, and definitely one of his best. You know, the songs are very positive. You know, the arrangements are beautiful, and you know, wonderful. It's probably his most wonderful, beautiful album to date. So I'm gonna give this 4 Georges out of 5. Yes, 4 Georges for George Harrison's self-titled album. Yes, so my name is Toddster, and you just watched another Magical Mystery review, and we'll see you next time. Until then, toodaloo.